Hello everyone, I'm Crick Coder and in this video I will be doing a review of 46 between GT and PBKS. The first time these two teams met, PBKS got the 2 points in New Chandigarh and this match was played at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad and GT won the toss and they decided to bowl first. Punjab scored just 163 runs in their first innings and GT chased down the total in the last over. Jason Holder was again the player of the match for his excellent spell of 4 overs for 4 for 26. Let's look at the playing 11 for this match. So GT had one change with Nishant Sindhu coming in for Shah Rukh Khan and Rahul Bhatia was the impact player who came in for Mohammad Siraj. Punjab also had two changes with Xavier Bartlett coming in for Lockie Ferguson and Vijay Kumar Vaishak came in for Harpreet Brar. So Vijay Kumar Vaishak was the impact player who came in place of Nihal Vadira. Now let's go through the overs for both the innings. So Mohammad Siraj started the innings for GT with the ball and on the first ball itself, he induced a top pitch and the ball went up in the air and Butler, the wicketkeeper, ran towards the fine leg to take the catch. But no, he could not reach the ball and the ball landed safely. But on the next two deliveries, he got the wickets of Priyansh Arya and Cooper Connolly to put Punjab under pressure. Cooper Connolly nicked the ball behind, but he still took the review and ended up losing the review for Punjab. Then Shreyas Iyer hit a 4 in the next ball to score 6 runs in that over. Then Rabada was hit for a couple of fours on the first two deliveries from Simran Singh, with Punjab scoring 11 runs in the second over. Siraj bowled a good third over, giving just 6 runs. Then in the next over of Kagiso Rabada, there was a run-out chance as he bowled a wide delivery to Shreyas Iyer down the leg side and Butler dived and got his hand, but seeing the ball pop out of his hand, Prab Simran ran towards a striker. Then Shreyas Iyer also had to run towards a non-striker end and Sai Sudarshan collected the ball and threw the ball towards the stumps at the non-striker's end. The ball missed the stumps, otherwise, Shreyas Iyer was clearly run out. Then in the next over, Shreyas Iyer hit two boundaries of Siraj to score 8 runs. Kagiso Rabada ended the power play with wicket midden with the wicket of Prab Simran Singh and Punjab were on just 35 for 3 at the end of the power play. Then in the next over, Jason Holder came into the attack and he got the wicket of Nihal Vadira in that over. Then Arshad Khan was hit for a 4 by Suryan Shedge and in the next over, Jason Holder got the wicket of Shreyas Iyer. On the next delivery, there was a review by GT for LBW appeal of Marcus Stoinis, but there was a clear inside edge and GT lost the review. Then Rashid Khan bowled a good 10th over, giving away just 4 runs. Punjab were struggling at the halfway stage at 51 for 5. Then Jason Holder continued his spell and he was hit for 2 fours by Marcus Stoinis to get 11 runs in that over. Rashid Khan again bowled a good over, giving just 4 runs. Then Arshad Khan was also hit for a 6 by Suryan Shedge and a 4 by Marcus Stoinis to get 15 runs in that over. Then GT brought Manav Sutar into the attack and he was hammered for 27 runs with Suryan Shedge hitting 3 sixes and 2 fours to move to 48 runs. Then Rashid Khan came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Marcus Stoinis. Also in that same over, Suryan Shedge got to his 50 with a single on the last delivery. Then in the next over, Suryan Shedge hit a 6 on the first delivery of Kagiso Rabada but lost his wicket on the last ball of that over. Then the next over was bowled by Mohammad Siraj and he was hit for a 4 by Marcus Stoinis and there was a review for a wide of height from Punjab which was successful. Then in the next over, Jason Holder got the wickets of Marcus Stoinis and Bartlett in consecutive balls and then Punjab made an impact sub bringing in Vijay Kumar Vaishak in place of Nihal Vadera. Then in the next over of Arshad Khan, Manav Sutar dropped a catch of Marco Jansen on the first delivery. This over went for just 8 runs. Then Rashid Khan bowled the last over and he was hit for a 6 and 4 by Marco Jansen, but he lost his wicket on the 5th ball of that over. Punjab scored 14 runs in that over to reach to a total of 163 for 9. Now let's look at the second innings. So GT started very well in the second innings with Sai Sudarshan hitting a 4 and the over went for 12 runs. Then Arshdeep Singh was also hit for a 4 by Shubman Gill, but he came back strongly with the wicket of Gill on the next delivery. Then Marco Jansen came into the attack and Punjab took a review for LBW against Josh Butler, but the review was unsuccessful as the ball was going over the stumps. And on the next ball, Josh Butler hit a 6 to score 7 runs in that over. Then Arshdeep Singh was hit for a 4 by Sai Sudarshan to get 8 runs in that over. Then in the next over, Xavier Bartlett came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Josh Butler, and also there were 5 wides and another 4 by Butler to get 16 runs in that over. Then Marco Jansen finished the power play with no Sai Sudarshan hitting 1-6 to score 9 runs in the over. GT were 58 for 1 at the end of the power play. Then in the next over of Vijay Kumar Vaishak, there was another review by Punjab against Josh Butler for an LBW appeal, but the review was unsuccessful as the ball was sliding down the leg side. Punjab had lost both their reviews with this unsuccessful review. Then in the next 3 overs, there were no boundaries hit by GT as no Marcus Stoinis, Vijay Kumar Vaishak and Marco Jansen bowled 3 good overs, giving away just 14 runs. Also, Vijay Kumar Vaishak got the wicket of Josh Butler in the 9th over, and GT were 78 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. They needed another 86 runs in the last 10 overs. Then Vijay Kumar Vaishak continued his spell and he was hit for a 6 by Nishant Sindhu, and Sai Sudarshan also hit a 4 to get 14 runs in that over. Then in the next over, Marco Jansen got the wicket of Nishant Sindhu, but Washington Sundar hit a 4 to get 7 runs in the over. Arshdeep Singh bowled a good over, giving away just 4 runs. Then Yuzvendra Chahal was brought into the attack for his first over of the match, and he was hit for 2 fours by Sai Sudarshan to reach his 50, and over went for 13 runs. GT needed 48 runs from the last 6 overs, and in the next over, Vijay Kumar Vaishak got the wicket of Sai Sudarshan. After this wicket, GT made the impact sub, bringing in Rahul Tewatia in place of Mohammad Siraj. Then Xavier Bartlett bowled a good over, giving away just 4 runs, and GT needed 36 runs from the last 4 overs. Then Marco Jansen was hit for 2 fours by Washington Sundar, but he got the wicket of Rahul Tewatia on the last delivery and over went for 12 runs. Then Xavier Bartlett was hit for a 4 on the first ball by Washington Sundar, and this over also went for 7 runs. Then in the last 2 overs, GT needed 17 runs and Arshdeep Singh bowled a good over, giving only 6 runs and taking the wicket of Jason Holder. With 11 runs needed in the last over, Marcus Stoinis was called on to bowl the last over, and he was hit for a 4 by Arshad Khan, and Washington Sundar finished the chase with a beautiful 6 on the second last delivery. Now let's go to the scorecard. So in the first innings, Priyansh Arya 2 from 2, Prabhsimran Singh 15 from 14, Cooper Connolly 0 from 1, Shreyas Iyer 19 from 21, Nihal Vadera 0 from 6, Suryan Shetty 57 from 29, Marcus Stoinis 40 from 31, Marco Jansen 20 from 11, Xavier Bartlett out on a golden duck, Vijay Kumar Vaishak not out on 1 from 3, and Arshdeep Singh also not out on 1 from 1. In the bowling card, Mohammad Siraj 4 overs 2 for 28, Kagiso Rabada 4 overs 2 for 22 with 1 maiden, Jason Holder the player of the match 4 overs 4 for 24, Arshad Khan 3 overs none for 29, Rashid Khan 4 overs 1 for 32, Manav Sutar 1 over expensive for 27 runs. Punjab finished with a total of 163 for 9 in 20 overs with a run rate of 8.15. There were 8 extras in the innings, which included 1 leg by and 7 wides. Then going to the second innings, Sai Sudarshan 57 from 41, Shubman Gill 5 from 4, Josh Butler 26 from 22, Nishant Sindhu 15 from 11, Washington Sundar not out 40 from 23, Rahul Tewatia 2 from 6, Jason Holder 5 from 7, and Arshad Khan not out on 8 from 5. In the bowling card, Xavier Bartlett 4 overs none for 38, Arshdeep Singh 4 overs 2 for 24, Marco Jansen 4 overs 1 for 33, Vijay Kumar Vaishak 4 overs 2 for 31, Marcus Stoinis 2.5 overs 1 for 26, Yuzvendra Chahal 1 over none for 13. GT scored 167 for 6 in 19.5 overs with a run rate of 8.42. There were 9 extras, which included 2 leg byes and 7 wides. Let's go to the fall of wickets. So for GT, Shubman Gill lost his wicket in second over to Arshdeep Singh with Cooper Connolly taking the catch. Josh Butler got out to Vijay Kumar Vaishak, with Shreyas Iyer taking the catch in the ninth over. Then Nishan Sindhu got out to Marcus Stoinis, with Vaishak taking the catch in the 12th over. Sai Sudarshan lost his wicket to Vaishak, with Bartlett taking the catch. And Rahul Tewatia lost his wicket to Marco Jensen, with again Bartlett taking the catch. And the last wicket to fall was of Jason Holder, whose wicket was taken by Arshdeep Singh, with Cooper Connolly taking the catch. For Punjab, Priyansh Arya got out in the first over of Mohammad Siraj, with Nishan Sindhu taking the catch. Then in the next ball, Cooper Connolly nicked the ball to Josh Butler behind the wicket. Then Prabh Simran got out to Rabada in the sixth over, with Manav Sutar taking the catch. Nihal Vadera also nicked to Josh Butler on the bowling of Jason Holder in the seventh over. Then Shreyas Iyer chopped on the delivery from Jason Holder to get bowled in ninth over. Then Suryan Shedge got out to Kagiso Rabada, with Josh Butler taking the catch. Marcus Stoinis got out to Jason Holder, with Washington Sundar taking the catch. Then Xavier Bartlett was bowled in the next delivery by Jason Holder. And the last wicket to fall was Marco Jensen, got out to Rashid Khan, with Shubman Gill taking the catch. Then going to the top partnerships of the match. For GT, the highest partnership was of 53 from 40 between Josh Butler and Sai Sudarshan. Butler scored 26 from 22 and Sudarshan scored 20 from 18. There was a 25-run partnership between Sudarshan and Nishan Sindhu, and also a 30-run partnership between Sundar and Sai Sudarshan. For Punjab, the highest partnership was between Marcus Stoinis and Suryan Shedge of 79 from just 44 deliveries, with Stoinis scoring 29 of 23 and Suryan Shedge scoring 49 of 21. There was another partnership of 33 runs between Shreyas Iyer and Prabh Singh, and other than that, they didn't have much bigger partnership in this match. Going to the graphs for the match. If we look at the worm, you can clearly see the difference between the two worms, and from no 5th over to the 14th over, you can see the gap which was created with no Punjab scoring very slowly at this stage. They picked up the scoring rate in the 13 to 14 overs, and they reached to a decent total in the end. But GT on the other hand maintained their scoring rate, and they scored and remained in the chase throughout. No, they lost a couple of wickets in between, but they were comfortable in the middle. But no, after losing the main wickets, they also looked a little bit in trouble. But Washington Sundar played a superb knock to get them over the line. Looking at the run rate graph, so you can see clearly Punjab run rate, the highest was at 8.5 in the second over, but after that it came down to around 5.1 in the 10 over mark, and then again it got up to around 7.7, ending at 8.15 at the end of 20 overs. So they kind of lost the wickets in this phase where their run rate went down. On the other hand, GT scored very well in the power play with no run rate of around 9.67. Then their run rate also came down to around 7.92, which was around that required run rate mark, and they kind of chased down the total with the run rate of 8.42. Then looking at the Manhattan, first we'll look at the Punjab buildings. So you can see Punjab didn't score much runs in the first half, with only 1 over of 11 in the first 10 overs, which went about 10 runs per over. Then they had another over at the 11th over, which went for 11, and the 13th over went for 15. So these were the overs which went for about 10 in the first 13 over. The 14th over was the highest one, going for 27 runs, and this kind of gave them the score which they got to at the end. The last over also went for 14 runs, but between those big overs also they didn't have more overs which went for about 10. And looking at the GT Manhattan, so for GT they had no 1 over of 16 runs, the fifth over of the innings, and they had 5 overs which went for about 10, the first over and the 11th, 14th, 17th and 20th. So these were the 5 overs which went about 10. Other than that, all the other overs went below 10 runs per over, but all these overs were enough for them to chase down the target, and it went till the last over with them leading 11. So it was a close game, even though the score was not very high. It was a decent score, so they both the teams played very well to give a good fight to each other. And looking at both the buildings side by side, so you can see Punjab buildings were very low at the start, then at the end overs they were a little bit higher, but no, it was not enough to win the match for them. Then going to the summary of the match. So Punjab struggled with the bat today, losing wickets and also not able to score runs at a higher run rate. Their run rate was below 6 in the first 10 overs and it went to around 8 after the big over of 27. In the death overs also they lost wickets and could not get to higher total on the board. Then in the bowling they bowled well to take the game to the last over but they could not defend 11 runs in the last over. It was their second consecutive loss after being unbeaten in the first half of the season. They are still in a good position on the table and will be hoping to get back to winning ways. GT, on the other hand, are looking very solid, winning the last three games, and the last two games were against the top two teams in the table. Their bowling is very strong and they are able to put pressure on the opposition with regular wickets. Also, they are able to follow the template successfully with the top three, and in this game, their middle order and the lower order finished the game, which will give them a lot of confidence in the coming games. They have increased the chances of qualifying for the playoffs after winning against the top teams and are looking very solid team. Now let's look at the points table after this match. So Punjab are still at the first position with 6 wins and 2 losses with 13 points and a net run rate of 0.855. And GT are at the fifth position with 6 wins and 4 losses with 12 points and net run rate of minus 0.147. Now let's look at the graphs. So Punjab are still at 13 points with a loss in this game, and GT have moved to 12 points to join RCB, SRH, and RR. Now let's look at the position graph. So after this match, no, GT remained on the fifth position and Punjab remained on the first position. So there were no changes after the result of this match. So the last two matches didn't have any impact on the points table as no all the teams maintained their same position. Now let's look at the simulation of the playoff chance graph. So for the top four, the chances of GT have increased from 24% to around 53% after winning this match. And Punjab chances have come down a bit from 92 to around 87, but they are still in a good position to finish in the top four. Now looking at the top two finishing chances. So here also you can see the increase in the chances of GT from 2% to 22%. So they have jumped very high after winning this match and they're almost at par with RR to having chances of qualifying the top two. Punjab chances have dipped down a bit from 69 to 62%, but they are still having the highest chance of qualifying for the top two. So that's it in this video and let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.